Good. All right. We'll go Dash and then Jen.
All right. Hey, Scott. Been a crazy day today. I know. As far as the game goes, I mean, obviously, 12 walks won't get it done. But with a freshman, how much of that was a first SEC game? Did that have any role in it? Do you think tonight?
I think it played a huge role. Unfortunately, I think we played to the uniform a little bit more than we played to the player in the game. The common theme of those first three pitchers went out there. They were all freshmen, and I think they made a little too big a deal of it. I think, we ended up scoring 6 runs, but I think our hitters early sped up as well. The guy Dallas, he's got good stuff and he's got a good arm, but some of the balls we were swinging at, I think we were swinging at like he was throwing 98 miles an hour instead of 93. So I think the whole team, we've been playing great defense. We couldn't do that today. There's a lot of things out there that we've done a good job with that we couldn't do today. And I think the biggest thing is just for whatever reason we sped up and just because there's an SEC game and not just concentrate on playing the game of baseball.
Was Luke okay when you took him out, or just his lack of control that got him out of there?
Yeah, the biggest thing was just not having a secondary pitch to go to. It strung with command and just didn't really show a secondary pitch to get them off the fastball. We felt like Charlie Goldstein could give us some length there in the middle between him and Sullivan. We felt like we'd get some innings, 4 or 5 innings out of those two guys and compete and do a good job. But they kind of fell into some kind of the same situation that Luke did as well.
You know anything about Corey Collins yet and his injury?
Not yet. Initially, it's just it tightened up on him. But we're going to have to look at that tonight and tomorrow morning and kind of see where we are.
And just last thing, you and Coach Stricklin, gosh, y'all been together forever. I know just how strange was it for you tonight to have to kind of sit in this spot, kind of fill his shoes for this game and these games this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt, man. His presence in the dugout is missed. I know it's killing him not being there. It's hard to lose the figure of your program to not be here for the weekend and moving forward for a little while. But I know it's harder on him than it is on everybody else for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dash.
Hey, Coach. Another one of those freshman pitchers. A guy like Liam Sullivan. He hadn't allowed a run all year coming in tonight. Then he can't find the plate for anything. Is that just another thing of it's an SEC game and it was just his first one and it kind of snowballed on him?
I think so. I mean, I think a lot of guys, you make more of it than what it is. Instead of just making pitches, you sometimes guys get a little excited and their heart rate goes up. And once you get to that point, it's hard to slow it down again. And that's, it's the tough part about throwing freshmen out there in that situation is we feel good about them. We feel good about Luke. We feel good about Charlie. Feel great about Liam. All those guys, they've been great up until this point. I think they're going to learn from this game today, and they'll be better moving forward for sure.
And those first 3 guys, is that part of being a freshman too, where once as a game it starts going downhill, it's tough for those guys to sort of be that stopper and get things momentum going back in the other direction.
No doubt, and I think all of them have showed really good composure for the first 4 weeks of the season, and this one just kind of got away from them. And once they did, they start pressing, they start trying harder. And as a baseball player, that's the worst thing you can do is try harder and make something out of what it isn't.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, then we'll go to Davis and then
Yeah, Coach, you talked about it a little bit earlier, but I just wanted to ask about the approach to the plate. It seemed like you guys were more patient as the game went on, and that led to more runs. I guess, was that encouraging in a way?
I think so. And again, like I said, I think the hitters were sped up as well. It wasn't just on the mound. I think the hitters went out there and, we had a plan to try to get on the fastball and, got a little too aggressive. And he's sitting up there, and I think he got through 3 innings and I think it was like 25 pitches or something like that. I mean, it was quick outs and it was over aggressive. And, I think that's kind of who we are. We're a little bit of a free swinging team, and you kind of have to play into that and you ride it, as well as you can. And we have a lot of guys that like to be aggressive and like to swing. That being said, when a guy has good stuff and you're swinging at borderline pitches, you're not going to get very good results.
Coach, do you think, Coach Stricklin testing positive today and having to do contact tracing and all that, do you think that had an impact at all on the guys coming into the game tonight? And, what was kind of the timeline today of getting the guys in and tracing them and figuring out where you're at?
Yeah, no one really knew until this afternoon that Coach Stricklin was out. And again, I think anytime you have, the face of the program is not in the dugout, that is a difference. The same as Kirby not being on the sideline. I mean, that is something different. Anytime you have something different, it's not necessarily a good thing for a team. You like everything to be the same. So he was definitely missed. That being said, over the last year, I think all we've done is dealt with adversity, and our guys have had to deal with a lot of adversity. We've been dealing with injuries, been dealing with all kinds of stuff. You know, it's tough, but we need to do a better job of dealing with that and just going out there and playing the game.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
You bet. Appreciate it.